What up? We're back with the best and the worst tattoo TikToks I could find since last week. Before we dive into the madness, I got my neck tattooed. Big thank you to Kate for doing this piece. I'll have her Instagram on the screen. She's in Salt Lake City. She's an incredible tattoo artist. Highly recommend. I'm fucking obsessed with it. Now let's check out the TikToks. This tattoo blew my fucking mind. What the fuck is happening here? The ability to pull this off so good is mind-blowing. I mean, this tattoo is hard to wrap your head around from this angle. The ability to make this thing actually work on someone's arm is shocking. I mean, the amount of skill it takes to make something like this look this good is ridiculous. I've never seen a tattoo like this. I've seen other types of art and especially sculptures that kind of work like this, but I've never seen it on a tattoo. This blew my mind, dude. I can't believe it. And the coolest part is that when it's all stretched out, it still kind of looks fucking cool. I don't know. Like, you can still tell that it's a skull when it's all stretched out. It's like still readable. It obviously looks distorted, but it looks pretty fucking cool considering. Obviously, the only thing I think about is that it doesn't look how it's intended to look when you are just kind of standing normally. And I think that's the best way for a tattoo to be readable and legible. But that's kind of the whole point of this thing. It looks good from this angle, which I'd be willing to bet none of my tattoos look good from that angle. I think this is super fucking sick. Genius tattooing. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Now let's continue. There's actually a good amount of good ones in here, contrary to popular belief. Whatever happened to tattoo artists saying no? Whoever did this tattoo clearly did all of these tattoos on this guy's head. They are so bad at tattooing. These look so fucked. I just don't understand. Like, if you ask me, there's one of two things happening here. Option one, scenario A, the tattoo artist is aware that they're not very good at tattooing and they don't give a shit. They're just down to take some money. They like to tattoo maybe. They don't really care if it is good or not, and they don't really care how this is gonna impact the person getting the tattoo. I mean, having your entire fucking head covered in, I mean, some of the worst tattoos you could get. Like, that's pretty crazy. But I do think that there is a scenario B. These two people, the tattoo artist and the person who got these tattoos, have no idea that these tattoos suck. There is truth to the saying, ignorance is bliss. I definitely believe that's true. And I think there's some validity to saying as long as the client's happy, that's all that matters. But the only reason I don't like that thought process is because it doesn't take into account that maybe down the road they will like learn or realize that these tattoos suck. And then they're still stuck with an entire head covered in really bad tattoos. Like, whether they know it or not, these tattoos look fucking awful. Oh, let's continue. Did you know that you can cover up scars with tattoos? It's 100% possible. But this video that I'm showing you is somebody who does this very often, and they are not super good at it. Now, I will say that it probably looks better than just having the scar, especially a gnarly scar like this. And I'm sure the client who got this scar cover up is happier with this tattoo than without it. I just think that this tattoo is really weak. And if you're going to be getting scar tissue covered up, I think it's really beneficial to go to somebody who's actually really skilled at doing that. And just because somebody does it often or posts it often doesn't make them good at doing it. Does that make sense? There might not be a ton of tattoo artists out there who specialize in covering up scars, but they're out there. They definitely exist. And if you're going to be covering up a scar, I feel like it's better to get it done the first time right than have to cover up this tattoo and the scar the next time they want to get this covered up, because this tattoo is not going to look very good for very long. Another reminder, if you're going to be getting a tattoo, you should be going to someone who specializes in what you want to get tattooed. And that might sound obvious, but I don't think a lot of people are consciously thinking about that when they're going to get a tattoo. Oh, let's look at this one. This one was really cool. 2025 tattoo animations. Now, the reason I love tattoos like this is because they bring a new element into tattooing. It's something entirely new. This is a way to give the clients a different kind of tattoo that not many people are getting. And it's also a way for this person as a tattoo artist to market themselves differently and to show to the world and to potential clients that, hey, I do something different. And I think that can be really valuable because tattooing is really saturated right now. There's a ton of tattoo art. And what I really like about this, it's not that it's something new and experimental at the expense of the clients. Like each of these clients who got one of these individual frames in the stop motion sequence, like they all got a good tattoo. It's not like the tattoo artist is trying something entirely new and experimental and they're not sure if it's gonna work, and the client might end up with a half-baked idea and walk out of there with a shitty tattoo that doesn't age well. Like, no, that's not the case at all. All these tattoos are fucking cool. I just think the whole idea is genius because it still like services the people who are getting the tattoos. Like they still get a kick-ass tattoo at the end, and the tattoo artist is able to have this super sick collection that otherwise would never exist. I was not kidding when I said there's a lot of good ones. This is almost unheard of. Pretty good batch. Moving right along here. My whole tattoo peeled off. Jeez. Now, the rest of this video is just this guy talking about how he's not sure why this is happening, and he's been using Aquaphor on his tattoo while it's been healing. And I'm not going to come on here and make some statement that if you use Aquaphor, your tattoos will not heal well. It's not 100% a causal relationship. Plenty of evidence that there is some correlation. Aquaphor is not for tattoos. And before I even get into that, I just want to acknowledge there are a ton of people, I'm sure they'll be in the comments saying, I've used Aquaphor for all my tattoos. They've healed perfectly. I believe you. But I think that those people also have a bit of common sense, have been getting tattooed for a long time, and aren't making mistakes that other, maybe younger people might be making. The amount of Aquaphor that you use is the biggest factor. Anytime you have a tattoo that's healing, you're probably going to be wanting to put some kind of moisturizer on it because they get extremely dry and flaky during the healing process. And no matter what you're using, Aquaphor included, it should be a very, very thin layer. Less is more. Do not overdo it because when tattoos are healing, there's still open wounds. And if you put too much product on there, whatever it is, but Aquaphor included, you're creating a barrier that will not allow your tattoo to heal properly. Now, products specifically like Aquaphor that are petroleum based are also more likely to do that with even less product being used. And I said earlier, you can use Aquaphor and your tattoos will heal great, but it's very easy to overdo it. And people who don't know what they're doing and they're healing their first or second tattoo and they just hear use Aquaphor, those are the people that I'm concerned about when I caution people about Aquaphor, who don't know what they're doing, who are maybe more likely to use a fuck ton of Aquaphor, suffocate their tattoo, and it ends up healing like shit. It is 100% possible. And I just want to include this in here. The National Dermatological Association instructs people to not use petroleum-based products like Aquaphor for healing tattoos. In my opinion, all of this is plenty of reasons to... I've never used Aquaphor, and I'm definitely not going to start because of all these reasons. And again, if you have tattoos, whatever your aftercare process is working for you, keep doing that. Like I said, this is more directed towards people who are newer to getting tattoos and are maybe more susceptible to overdoing it if they are going to be using Aquaphor. That's my 2 cents on Aquaphor. Okay, we have another cool one here. Let's check this out. And I wanted to include this tattoo mainly because this tattoo is incredibly deceptively challenging to make look this good. You might look at this and just see a line, and that's because the tattoo artist did such a good fucking job. To make this line look straight anywhere on the body is a challenge, but especially here and especially on a man with an Adam's apple. I mean, this is not straight. Nothing about this is straight. Like, straight lines are one of the hardest things to tattoo. And the longer they are, the harder they are going to be to tattoo. And there's a reason that a lot of people will do them okay, but not a lot of tattoo artists are able to make a straight line look this fucking good. I mean, that's the craziest part about tattooing, is that the canvas you're working with moves, bends, warps, is solid, has texture to it, has varying thicknesses. It's an entirely different genre of art. And not to mention that tattoos age and fade and all that, but just getting the image to look right on a surface that is not flat is a challenge of its own. And with straight lines more so than anything else. Next. Man, this Hello Kitty tattoo is rough. I do remember that this person had a hashtag beginner tattoo artist in this video. So I'm going to talk about this with that in mind. Now let's get it out of the way. This tattoo's bad. This looks awful. It looks like a kid drew it. None of these lines are straight. A ton overlap. A bunch don't connect. And the shading is really, really, really bad. I mean, you can tell exactly how big the mag was that they were using. Now, I just want to say that tattoos like this are 100% avoidable. It is entirely possible to become a tattoo artist and get better at tattooing and progress without fucking somebody up this bad. If you're learning how to tattoo, you're gonna fuck people up. You're gonna do some shitty tattoos. That's gonna happen for a long time, probably. And that's okay, and that's part of the process. That's part of learning. That's what it's all about. But this level just seems like you shouldn't even be at the point where you're tattooing. You should probably still just be drawing stuff. You could maybe be tattooing fake skin. It can help you get used to using a machine. Like, this drawing in itself is so ass. Sorry, it's just really bad. Like, a huge part of tattooing is drawing. And if you can't draw, I don't think you should be tattooing. And real quick, I just want to say thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you who watches these videos. If you're enjoying the video, leave a like. If you want to comment and talk some shit with me, go right ahead. Subscribe if you want to see any future videos, and let's get back to the TikTok. Okay, we're going to check out what is maybe my favorite video of this episode. Each tattoo artist in this video is going to be tattooing one of these rectangles for 15 minutes. They will cover it up, and then the next artist will tattoo the rectangle below it. And as you can see there, there's little parts of the lines sticking out, so they know how to connect these from one to another. And at the end, there will be one big mashup of each artist's take on what to do with this rectangle based on the lines they were given from the previous artist. This is a really fucking cool idea. I love this. I think it's a really creative idea. I think that you got to choose your artists carefully if you're going to do something like this. But the final result is fucking awesome. I mean, this tattoo is sick. This is so cool. I've never seen anyone's flash look like this, that's for sure. It's a super cool idea. I would love to do something like this. Let me know in the comments. Do you have what it takes to get something like this? Would you be able to put your trust into at least 2 different tattoo artists to pull off a piece like this? I think the story alone behind it's really cool. The video of them doing it's awesome. And best of all, you still end up with the sick tattoo. If you ended up with a weird looking tattoo, I guess that wouldn't be too great. But for this person, whoever got this tattoo, they ended up with a sick one. POV hardest hand tattoo on TikTok. God damn, dude. Look, this one was done okay. I will say it looks all right. God, I don't know. Oh, dude, I mean, it's just such a stupid tattoo. When you get a tattoo, it's like an opportunity to put something on top of your skin, to decorate it with some kind of art, you know? And it just feels, I don't know, redundant and really stupid to get a tattoo on your hand of what is underneath your skin, to just put a hand on your hand. Like, God, dude, it's just so stupid. And it's been stupid for a really long time, way before TikTok. But TikTok has a firm hold on it. There are so many more people getting this tattoo who probably wouldn't be getting it had they not seen it on TikTok. Not that I think it's a terrible idea to find references for stuff on the internet. Obviously, that's fine. This is not the hardest tattoo on TikTok. That's for fucking sure. Next. This is one of the most interesting looking tattoos I think I've ever seen. I really don't think I've ever seen a tattoo that actually looks like this. I've seen patterns done like this in different tattoos, but I don't think I've ever seen colors quite like this used in a tattoo. I mean, it feels almost like neon. I mean, oh my God, look at all the white. I mean, the first thing that pops into my head is that the colors used in this are not colors that were picked for their longevity. This is not a tattoo that is built to last. Very subtle, colors that look really fucking good in the fresh photo, but the fresh photo is not an accurate representation of how this tattoo is going to look over time. I think we're going to lose a lot of stuff in this tattoo. Now, it does have some contrast, and contrast does help a tattoo stick together and help it be recognizable. But I just want to end with, it looks really good. And it's also totally fine to get tattoos knowing they're not going to age well. I don't think that needs to be the biggest priority in any tattoo somebody gets. If you want it to be a priority, it can, but it doesn't really have to. You can kind of do whatever you want. Oh, and speaking of doing whatever you want, God, what is happening here? Holy shit, dude. I'm really speechless on this one. Like, oh man. I think the craziest part about this in tattoos like this is that like they ended up somewhere. Like, it's one thing for this to have gone down in the privacy of your own home, because I don't think this was done in a shop, but to then post it on the internet. Really crazy. This thing is beat. Oh my God. Wow. That is a super big yikes. I don't know if I've ever seen a more chaotic, unreadable tattoo in my entire life. I don't know how you end up with a tattoo like this. It could be one thing if this was like on your back and you couldn't see it happening and you would just no idea what's going on back there. I've got my back tattooed. You just fucking land there. Like, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's good. Oh yeah, this thing looks great. Like, you would have no idea. But this was like on their thigh. You can see that happening in real time. If you're looking at your tattoo while the artist is doing it and you're like, what the fuck is that? Speak up. Say something. Say something. You can say, hey, whoa, what's up with that? Why does that look like that? What are you doing? You can say anything. You can say, I have a gun. Don't say that. But you can 1,000,000% stop them before it's too late. Let's continue. Wow. Damn. Talk about commitment, dude. All of these, I was going to say tattoos. This is just like one big tattoo. It's a bodysuit, really. This is really fucking crazy. Incredible, incredible tattooing. What this makes me think about is how important your face is. Not necessarily the sides of your face, but like from your brow bone to like the bottom of your lips. Like, this zone right here is really the only thing making you look like a person. Like, this guy is probably covered head to fucking toe with ink, except for this and a few little zones on his ear. And he looks like a person that is heavily tattooed. He looks like he is covered, right? But the second somebody covers this little zone with ink, now it's like you're a monster. Like, you don't look like a person anymore. And a lot of people who end up covering this zone are totally fine with that and don't care to look like a person, and they're doing way gnarlier stuff that makes them look less like a person than just tattooing this. Like, they're getting their fucking noses removed and shit. But that little zone right here holds the keys. A lot of power in that zone. That's all it takes. Just this. It's the only thing separating me from an animal or some kind of mythical beast or something. Crazy. So if you really don't want to be a person anymore, just get this tattooed, and you're not gonna, basically not a person anymore. Let's continue. All right, this is our second to last one. This is a prime example of why you should not be rushing your tattoos or price hopping. Let's dive in. This tattoo artist did this tattoo in 3 hours. Now, if you don't know, that is an incredibly short amount of time to tattoo an entire back, regardless of the style. I mean, it's one thing for a traditional back piece to get lined. That'll happen in maybe 5 hours or something, 3 hours. I've seen that plenty of time. But this is black and gray realism, an entire back piece, 3 hours. And if that sounds too good to be true, it's because it is. This tattoo looks like shit. It's not done yet, but it will, I assure you. And for anyone out there who's thinking to themselves, wow, this looks pretty good for 3 hours, I would challenge you to think a little harder about this. This person's not going to be walking around with a big asterisk saying 3 hours. Like, a back piece, it's typically costing anywhere from $5,000 to like $25,000. It's so much real estate, and it just bums me out to see people picking who does their back piece based off of how cheap it is and how quick it's going to take. Because tattoos are permanent. They're a luxury. You don't need to get them. You can save up to get a good looking tattoo. It's permanent. I don't understand why you would be price hopping for a permanent tattoo. This thing's going to be on you forever, dude. What? Just for comparison, here's a really good looking back tattoo in a very similar style. This is where the bar is. This is a nice looking back tattoo. It's not the best back tattoo I've ever seen. Certainly not, but this is great. It looks nothing like the... Holy shit. That comparison is night and day. Oh my God. I guess moral of the story is be the second person. Save up a little bit. Tattoos are permanent. Make an investment. Get something that's going to look nice. And if your tattoo artist is doing your back piece, says you're going to be out of here in 3 hours, run. Okay, we are on to our final video here. It's a long one, and we're not going to watch basically any of it. We're going to end it very quickly because there's no need to listen to this person talk for this long. I mean, there's probably no reason to listen to me talk either, but let's check it out.
What's up, you guys? It's Ariel De Jesus, and today I'm going to teach you how to open a tattoo shop here in Texas.
What? Oh, no. Oh, it's bad. Oh, God. Oh, it's bad. People, do not listen to a goddamn word that this woman says. Jesus Christ. Be very careful who you get your information from on the internet. This woman does some of the worst tattoos I have ever seen. And she posts them with such confidence and such consistency. It's actually mind-blowing. So to think that she would be a good person to learn how to start your business, how to open up a shop. If you are going on to TikTok to learn how to open up a tattoo shop to begin with, you're fucked. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, what is happening? Somebody needs to take away her goddamn phone. Internet access is a privilege. Holy shit. You don't know. No. I don't even know if I can string together a meaningful sentence. It is baffling. The fact that she would think that this is appropriate for her to be doing. We're cooked. We are fucking cooked. And on that note, my friends, we've done it. Yet again, another incredible journey through the wild world of tattoo TikToks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to God, to our Lord and Savior. Just kidding. I hope you liked the video. If you did, that's awesome. I'll see you next time. Peace.